Judging from what could be the ending of part one, is I'm probably gonna meet the one dragon as we were going traversing. So I don't know, probably another hour or two of this video, and that's it, and I'll be done with part two or part one of this saga of Heavenward 3.0. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I tell you, the bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you cross an antling with a megalo crab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they gotten a lot more aggressive lately, sending out war parties for moms in all directions. They even taken harassing the Devonians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when you venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they are certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I could only imagine how much worse it would be closer to the Nath's home territory. To assume that much has changed in Dravania, the Nath were not want to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here? In Dravania? Aye, since the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I have fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not to pass the forest then and wander out from under the protection of its bills. And that's when I chanced upon Horse Hagesaver. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of a majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visit upon me. Thankfully, my champ found an unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health, and in tail feather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once a peaceful people? Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and they who enter and ponder the domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they are rarely hostile. Indeed, we were able to trade with them on occasion, which is what they call the no-mind. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some runabout route. I say we make straight to some all and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we shall have a fair view of the road that leads to some all, shall we? Yeah. What level is this mission? 52. Okay. Oh, it's over here. Stacked. I've been watching everyone's reaction about, the 2-week delay we have. A lot of the YouTubers or streamers are like, hey, it gives me more time. And I'm like, I have to rearrange my hours. So yeah, kind of a big deal. Ooh, that was some big damage right there. Dragoon from our server? What's up with that? Should we chance to meet McChamp again, mind me to thank him. Had he not warned us that I expected not, I would doubt I would be standing here. Edmund runes, which hintily describe as Ishgardian. The style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Mouse Elfenwood. The structure, in fact, is over 1,000 years old. It's a remnant age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this evidence of a harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravonian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperate you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Galen, try to reason with these two. I remember there's 4 options. That's what we'll do. Quite. Least you forget, our goal is to prevent a witch will claim the lives of Dravonians and Ishgardians alike. If we're to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Galen's gift, and tell the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estandian. You will have me keep my counsel until Galen's visions confirm the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Hayserver will likely provide the catalyst Galen's gift requires, as did mine. Let's press on. Dan my echo. My lie detector test said bullshit. The Thrine Towers. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west. Ishgard is now known them as Enix Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Hayserver's lesser kindred. If we're to reach the peak of Soma, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. Do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. I'm rather more concerned with this disposition of the Noth. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. And I don't know why we couldn't just go this way and just that. Instead, we just went whoop! A really weird loopy-loop. People must be doing their relics. Ugh. Just as I fear, the road ahead is teeming with nasty soldiers. My champ did not exaggerate that. These basemen have grown brazen indeed, if they threaten the dragons so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravonian friends are, they yet vulnerable to nasty muskets. This is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but accept. Yeah, because the Nath has something like a repellent. Like, it's kind of ironic. They're bug men, but they're like how bugs use their, in real life, that has some kind of pheromone that drives predators away. It's almost similar to how the dragons are. So whatever they use in their weapons, they're like, ah! So it's like one nasty skunk smell. Bitch, please. Oh, you got more friends. Good, I was starting to get bored. But, yeah. I just wish they were more responsive in the next expansion. I think I'm a pleasure in killing an ass. 'Tis to avoid bloodshed, and I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We might proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word to the warrior light, I shall start no fight. Only finish it. Edgy. You're truly beyond salvation. Come then. Dun, dun, dun.
Vidofnir!
Actually, I got voice acting in this one. Aye.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
I'm surprised he's not speaking dragon. Because they were like...
Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Not helping it. Yeah, not helping the situation is Stidian.
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
Damn it, Stidian, you're not helping Parlay.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sire's will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here, and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Ah, shit, here we go again.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed?
Bitch, I'm a warrior light, icon slayer. You can get my tile card.
'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
Seriously, we need to start having a guild card. A business card.
It would
Icons?
seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Hey, as I was saying, I should really have a business card. Professional icon slayer. And savior of Eorzea. And other things. Of course, I could add more to that title because, you know, I have freaking 3 pages worth. I got too many titles. Ridiculous amount of titles. Woo! I can't wait to see what the hell the multi-job one's gonna be like. Since our last one was Souls! Damn. So, the Nath has summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. Oh, bazing! It did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desire her strength only to forge a new peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Man! Frickin', it's like having Y'shtola and Urianger kind of getting witty. Enough, I say. If the Nathar truly brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon the primal's defeat. But we were thinking that as confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What matter of fate sustained its existence? My apologies. You're right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Machamp. He knows more than Nath and their culture than most. Machamp! Wait, this is a freaking huge wall. Okay, can we, like... Okay. God damn! Oh, God damn it, Apple. I really want to get that mount. Forward and back on 1 foot forward. Oh, back already, are we? Met the math, did you? And what is it you like to... We want to kill their god. Summon a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know what, I don't know what, don't know bugger all about the Nath's religion. If I'm honest, beyond their tradition, trading habits, there never been seen much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From the time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from their main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they will be willing to tell you a bit about themselves, if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. And what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores among yourselves. You want a good-sized jar of land trap nectar, a basket of clementry fruit, and always a favorite, a generous portion of young Naka flesh. I shall gather the fruit, leaving the lower branches of these forest giants should prove a little challenge to me. Jump, jump, jump! I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphinoid's arcane assistance. That leaves you to bring home the meat. You need to carve it from the smaller macas that lives in the rivers. 3 big chunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you have everything together, you'll be needing to set it down on what we call the trading post here. I'll mark the spot on your map for you. You've been most kind, Master Machamp. Well, no, let's tend to the respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Naka egg. Speed up! Power up! Speed up! Oh, no wonder we couldn't go right. Or left. Because there wasn't a pathway. Oh, fine, I'll use her in 3. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would... sorry. Though I would not have known how to harvest it without Yosel's help. Do you have the Naka meat? Spun it! I should put this with Estinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous looking hamper for the Nath. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I the Nath, I would think was suitably impressed. Is it a basket of sandwiches by a certain Gratia? Well, how long must we wait? Should we sound a single or something such? Aye. Calm yourself, Alphanar. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Landtrap nectar, clementine fruit, and naga flesh! What delectable foods you have about for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters. Come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incest keeps the dragons at bay. See, that's where they have that stuff. Cramped! Stifling! And horribly smelling! But better to live in a stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws. Yes? Come, it's not far. Yeah, they use these incenses, keeps the dragons at bay. They're more innovative. Tactical bio-warfare, I guess you want to say. That's how the Nath plays their little game. So this is the first second beast tribe that you encounter in Heavenward. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the no-mind. Or non-mind, I should say. So pretend they're Borg, except they're separated from the Borg collective. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after our people, and we're much pleased. What would you have in return? Honor Elder. I was going to say nectar. Pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home and accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are in search of knowledge, specifically. Knowledge of your people's God. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are, but if words are you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Voth, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of Nath's God, the one mind, summoned in our midst. The one mind? These are the Nath who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are one, connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren. And with one spear and spell and musket, the dragon was slain. 'Tis likely the one that fled from battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Asshole! What? Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The one mind are always cower when their wing and shadows pass over the ground, but no longer. They have learned the battle worries rebellion was easy prey. Thus did the one mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. Here we go again, fucking assholeians. The one mind will call forth our god and unleash his blaze upon the dragons. Trevelyan lands will become Nath lands, and ever larger will grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards of this war. We are the Vath, despise and revile his insatiable existence. So, like I said, it's like the Borg, but they separate themselves from the Borg collective. It's almost like a 7 or 9 type of deal. Whoa, I got a presence of freaking powerful mark. Ah, shit, I missed it. I suggest that such crimes would be justified. You will argue that I presume too much, but you're surely aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so worth enough. They summon their deeds for no greater than the purpose to expand their domain. To assign on the seventh dawn, once warned to eliminate the primal threat, distinction will draw questionable at best. But the fact remains that my own grandfather risks unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. That's why I did not condone your actions, or at least I understand them. Not so the Nath, as you rightly put. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude they are ignorant of the ruinous consequence of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal suffering exists, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How late you propose the destruction of this god, Mouse and Hood? A being whom will know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the warrior late to his death? No, you have the right of it, Stadion. 'Tis even as I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Galleon. I do not fear my duty. Wait, Galleon did not defeat this foe alone. Like him, I am blessed with the Echo's protection and may do battle without fear of the primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior late? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know where this god resides. There's the target. Or have to challenge it, unless you mean the prey until it appears. I gotta kill this target. The student makes a valid point, so let's speak with the Vath and learn how to best secure audience with their deity. And this, at least, I'll maybe be of assistance. Come on, speed it up, guys. I got a target here I want to kill. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Shit. Okay. Taking a detour real quick, guys. I got a target to kill. Party finder. It's not often you get S rank. Like, it's very hard to get one. Because there's certain... Holy crap! Yeah, definitely didn't fight this one. Holy shit. Okay. That's a big bird. I guess we have no choice in the matter. Ow. Cool. Sucks for the people who missed out, though. Glad I just got there in time. Achievements, battle hunt. Wonder how much I have to go. I still gotta work my Thalion and Black Browed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that was at 3, so yeah, I got 2 more targets I gotta kill. Ugh. I still gotta kill bees. glad I got there, because if I had to puss around a little longer, I wouldn't got it. We are Vath. We are non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our God, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not as generous as that. You wish to meet our God? Offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We will mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. Voracious wrath. You're generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you can bring us just one more? We are very fond of Naga flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Naga would make a fine repast. Let's shut that off. Okay, that was a fat-ass nothing. What's his stomach filled? You know what I really miss as a summoner? Shadow Flare. I know it's only 5% fucking slow, but still, it's 5% slow. We've vowed to enjoy our Naga flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Doink. Another gift from the Vath? So unexpected. Yes, you will have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are diminished by the overmind. Which one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath and the whole hive is alert. To reach our God and detect it is all but impossible. The Vath are one alluded to a certain concept without explanation, but I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits in the center of the Nath society, and its presence somehow allows the subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath are the ones who inhabit the larger hive are known as the One Mind, and it's by their combined will that the primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the non-mind, who, for reasons that escape me, has seemed to exclude from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath's counterparts. Thus are the Nath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and of the nature of their own God. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the farms of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deed to make an offering to our souls. So they think. Forgive me, but let's be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourselves into what might traditionally be termed their custody, and then wait until their God arrives to claim your soul? Well, it won't be the first time. Kind of worked with the Ifrit in some form. Alright, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Galleon? Judging by the great risk you took in preventing the summoning of Saint Shiva, you're not a man in error on the side of caution. Without a fight at your side, warrior light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Elfland. Chance tells it. Galleon, you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance of the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance and then allow them to take us prisoner. Oh no! We killed 30 of your guys, but we'll surrender to you guys with spears. Oh, woe is me. We're gonna be defeated. Like, seriously. So that's what's gotta be. As you can see the smoke, that's what the stuff that deteriorates the dragons that go nearby. Shit's nasty. This is what happens when your fattest friend ate a lot of pork and beans and let it fly. That's a result. Okay. Oh. Intruders, your lives are forfeit. Bitch, please. Take me to your leader. I said, take me to your freaking leader. Oh. Yeah, it's like this all. The one mind must know by aware of our intrusion. Let us press on to the hives, ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. You have my undivided attention. That should be sufficient. If we do not have our host's full attention before, we surely have it now. Our audience with the Primus should be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have steeled your mind for the battle to come. Lord of the Hive. You're prepared then. I am not prepared. No, not really. We're screwed. Hold here, Galleon. When the next death comes, we offer no resistance. Resistance is futile. Which is actually a quest of this. That's the point. Ah! Oh no! Surrender intruders. There is no escape. Oh no! We're screwed. Ooh. Enough, we surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your God. You know, we still have our book, our catalyst that, fling things at us. Just saying. That's what gets me. It's like, oh, we captured you. It's like, you still have our weapons on us. Okay, this is pretty epic. I like this scene. They seem eager to proceed. Good. They'll take us before their lord. Pray leave matters to me. If I know what summoning ritual holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise will serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you're haggling over a price of potions, I should not be amused. So this is like a remnants of E-Freak when you got captured. Try to escape when we'll break your fleshy legs. Try to escape when we'll break your fleshy legs. I'm escaping! Okay, now. Though I dismiss Master Heavenward's concerns, I confess I did wonder how the Naths might treat their prisoners. Happily, it would seem they are not warned to harm sacrifices, or even to disarm them. Finally, they imagine their god invulnerable. The plan goes better than expected. It's... This is so stupid. Ah, yes, they brought a ballista, a cannon, but hey, we're gonna bring it to your god. Or even a bomb. Okay, I think there's voice acting in this one.
Now we have but to wait.
I'd say the introduction of Ravana is awesome.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
I will shall stand.
He comes.
Dun, dun, dun. Sorry. Like I said, he makes the entrance.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
O glorious general, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen? Mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territories secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath.
And they're like, what?
And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
risk thy fleshy hide so readily? Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold Master of the Blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
When I first saw this, I was like, no effing way she's doing this again. And sure as hell, she did it. So this is like the first time you see a primal versus primal battle. It's like, this is freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie, she's pretty fucking hot with his legs.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
He's really warrior bound. He's like, and diamond dust. He's like, bitch, please. You wish tank busters were negated like that. And stabbed. Remember this scene!
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Nope.
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
It's like you're gonna hit me with a book.
A warrior, then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
Bazing! Insult. You got poo, yes, though. what they say. The Wrath of the Colony is undefeated. Victory to the north! Same thing. Because they're all one mind! Yeah, say. Let's see if anyone's queuing. 7 minutes, that's too long. That's not happening. Okay. Thok, yeah. Thok, S. Thok. Like I said, his intro was pretty freaking awesome at this time. So, interesting story. You know how the Primals in the past, you have Gruta, who's the Fortress of Wind. Mistress of the Vortex, I should say. Titans, Earth, Fire, Ifrit's Fire. In Heavenward, they're both elements. He's Earth and Fire aspected. Bismarck is Wind and Water aspected. Because, you know, he controls the clouds. And not to mention, he's a flying freaking ginormous whale. As you can see around the whole area, obviously we're more earth-based and a little bit on the fiery. So, it's really interesting. Not to mention, it gets told when you're doing the extreme version of them. They talk about the primals in this era of Heavenward, and they're like, yeah, these primals in Dravania are more aspected to both elements. Same with the Wine Triad. Steel. And now he's in super, I'm gonna get my ass beat mode. Ooh, that's a nasty. Bleed. Feel my blades. I should be doing probably full earth since I hit the threshold. Oh no, never mind. And you have to get behind him for slaughter.
I am invincible!
Yeah, you're a loony. Normally next turn he drops clones of himself and does a heat recharge.
Wilt thou yield?
Does that. His ultimate.
Thyself.
Normally it's supposed to be ads.
Combat.
Yeah, normally it's supposed to be ads, but since I killed him at 20% area. Yeah. And he does a knockback, which you can be eaten off the ground if you're not careful. Like so. So you gotta watch these walls. And off-tank normally gets the prey, whoever's the second highest threat, and has to get away from the party, and he does this. If not, you're pretty much cleaving everybody. And that'd be bad juju. And there's an order switch, you know. Right now he's in tank stance. That will knock you off the ground. Hey, if you want to be a dick, do this. I'm not really supposed to have vulnerability stacks, but you know.
Thou hast bested me. Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
And he has two stances, defensive and offense. He does more damage and he has different attacks in his offense, but he takes like a 20% damage increase. His defense, well, obviously he takes 20% less damage, but he gains defensive abilities. And then after they're like, oh fuck, our guy's gone. We're not invincible. Yeah, loony. Seriously, I think there was a Monty Python joke in this whole freaking race.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you.
And we make out. Like, seriously.
For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
You know, I'm a elves in Duskray, and you're elves in, crap.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
Warring gods? Warring triad? But you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a Duskray Elzen, you're Elzen, we're together. Let's make some babies. Not to mention you have the Echo, so yeah, let's make some Echo baby. Ever since we first fought, have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar until this day. You're a marvel to behold. Wow. Well, as we return our companions, they'll be eager to hear the tale and continue our journey. Well, chicken. Well. Seriously, I wonder how many Rule 34s with her. Just saying. Boink. Oh. Damn, cracked my neck. Galleon, Lady SO, thanks to 12. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name, and you're quite certain that he will keep his word? There was an honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter was a miracle I must attribute to Galleon. Never did I doubt your word, like, unlike some, You were gone so long that Master Alpha was nearly lost in his wisp with worry. Frightened like a maiden for her sweetheart, he was. Justinian, was that truly necessary? Oh, you're gonna get Bazing later on, Alphanode. Not truly necessary, but certainly true. What matters is that the Primal is banished and our promise is fulfilled. We should return to Venfor without delay. Please forget, this was means to secure an audience with the worm Heartsaver. Nidhogg's means will not be halted by idle chatter. Come, now, we must make our every moment count. You're unkind, Justinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alphanode is still but a boy. He don't give a shit. He don't care. Come down a ravine. They actually say, get back up. Shall we on our way to the next shrine then? I would not have the dragons think we have forgotten our bargain. Is she outside? Oh yeah, she's outside. The house returned, little one. Has there been a ill-conceived contest with an ass? Nay, my friend, we returned in triumph. My galleon's hand was the beastman's god, where Lord Ravana laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands and advance his defeat. A promise we believe he will keep. The Nathville shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain then, thus have contend with his biting blades. But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. He unto the deadest rest at the morn, and there you shall find Halo, the altar which you may begin your ascent to the summit of some all. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence at the sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possess a significant fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Venfor. If memory serves, the cavern of Morn is entrusted to the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. You climb, I fly. Did I miss something? Oh, okay. I literally got the straight. Go there. Wow. Okay. I thought there was a little jump to jump here, but okay. Straight running. I'll take it. Lord of the Wyverns. Ooh. That's A rank. Sorry for taking a little short change here. That's another target down. I can only solo Heavenward at the moment because Stormblood's A rank and S rank, whoo, they still do a doozy. No way in hell I can do Shadowbringers. Unless I got a party 8 and we have to be a consistent crew. And trust me, we know because I actually took down the little goblin S rank. Or no, A rank, sorry. Which I didn't know there was a hunt train for that shit. I'm not familiar with it. You shall not pass. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to some summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter has not seen visitor of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcome. To my kin, this mountain is revered as a holy ground and resting place, both aware you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent. For it is certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vanfor. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep that stolen power of the Wiz in check, lest it breathe further despair. Estinian? The way is open. Let's not tarry here. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers await us? Tillman herself is said to guard the peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our paths shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we come parley at peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Tis we saved Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful adventure, and 'tis the sake that I go now to speak with Harsever. But I said nothing at Tiamat. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as your dragoon. You're beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we're to meet the Harsever, our path leads up to the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. Whatever choice we do, we have. I can solo this. Actually, I can solo a lot of the dungeons all by myself. Except ones with tank busters. And instant death mechanics. If not, make check. Especially with someone with a sloppy reputation. Of course, there's a hard mode with this dungeon. Okay, Garuda, it'd be nice to be a little bit more responsive, thank you. Waiting a year and a day for our tax to go off. It's like, Jesus, come on. Like I said, I really hope Endwalker, they tighten them up a little bit more. Like, right now, it's just standing there. It's like, dude, get on it. Man, my neighbors are freaking a little loud these days. I'm hearing banging and booming around here. And my other neighbor on the other side is Banquet, so maintenance crew have been fixing it up. So, interesting tip. So, if you're actually doing this dungeon, if you're a tank, you have these dragons will pop up like that one. What we do is we pull the mobs and we put them here. Because we don't have to go play dodgy dragon fire. Evaporated. Normally he's supposed to be like he's down to like a quarter of his health and he'll poof. But because I did so much damage, he evaporated and the script got weird. Ooh, got 3 of those. Nice. Again, do this. That's about it. Yeah, see? That's where she's supposed to, like, poof. Like that, normally. But the red dragon, I just kicked his ass so bad, it was just poof. Let's collect these treasure chests. Why did I put green? I am Biomat! Sorry. I'm thinking of the game I used to play on my Sega CD, Rise of the Dragon. It was like I think it was pretty much my first point-click game, in a way. To like how Ace Attorney was. I guess that's the reason why I like Ace Attorney series. I actually kind of like those formats. Yeah, it had a little bit of action platformer to it, but pretty much a detective. And you're trying to solve a case of this murder of a mayor's daughter. And it turns out that the case mystery has actually got a little bit more complex. It turns out to be some controversy of an ancient dragon lore, and yeah, it gets really crazy. But the funny part is, I think Mac Muscles did an episode on it recently. And Pro Jared was playing it, but he couldn't work the first platformer stage. Because his Sega CD was malfunctioning. And because I think even I had a problem with that stage for some reason. It like hard crashes on you. Kind of pissed me the hell off. Bitch, get slapped. Bitch, get slapped. It was a good game. Not bad for a Sega CD game. I could actually beat it within probably 45 minutes. The funny part is like, I think I did a speed run of it and, memorized everything. And I can get everything done in the first day. And I just have to time skip it for 3 days in advance and I can proceed to beat the game. And it's how bad I can fucking do it. I was like, Jesus Christ. This is Tiamat. Man. Yes, Nighthawk's woman. One ugly ass woman. Bitch, I got Phoenix. Have a nice day. This boss actually killed me a lot. Because she has a mechanic that she drops AoE on you and does like a freaking massive beam of lasers and you have to move away real quick. You can't even cast a spell. Because that's how fast it is. Like, oh, I'm casting a spell. Okay, I'm dead. It's like a mega death beam. I got a galley cat. Oh my god, I'm gonna make a fucking Sprout happy. I'm gonna make a Sprout freaking blow their load. Oh yeah! Power up! I think this is where we get our Earth Crystal back? Yep. Galleon! What? Wait, what? Hi. To see in time when it was the last, I see no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Oh no, he has Echo too! Nihog, he roars. He knows we're here, then. His fury, it blazed through the eye. Fear not, I have yet my own master. But that damn worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the horror of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus, we do need another link to the chain of vengeance. Oh, Saint Siva, what will it end?
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
We reached it at last, the peak of Salmal. Tis said that the highest mountain of all, Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold in Carthros, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Now we have scaled the mountain. These remains upon finding Hessler himself. What manner of creature is that? What the Kupo? Yeah, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? That's a Moogle. It wasn't understanding that they only dwell within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expect to see one in the spring mist. There's a mystery we will be soon seeing. If the Moogle does live here, however, he might know that where Heavenward makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. So you remember that great King Mooglebog the 12th, who is the greatest of all time, made a giant rope that actually turned down for all his Moogle kind to come down to the Twelveswood? Yeah, this is the great one. Bah, he's gone. Galleon, we must widen our search. Oh yeah, I gotta get this one. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Perhaps it was simply one of those strange plants shifting in the breeze. I've heard of tales of these Moogles, but it's the first time I ever laid eyes on one. They're rather adorable, aren't they? What are you staring at me so? Can I find out a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. Buzzing! I'm sure that I glimpsed a Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could it be concealing himself with magic? Found it. Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles? I'm certainly Hester would not elude us for long. But the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons. I can only identify Nidhogg with any certainty. We could wander the mist for days and not know if we're any closer to his brood brother. And those are the days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Yuzzo, may I ask you a question? Any dragons whom you judge safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the rebellions in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphinaud? I have yet given up hope on the Moogles. Galleon, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Moogles kin to Twelveswood. After that, the business of the Moogle Mog, I dare say they'll be glad to help us. I'm assuming you have no need of me. I shall remain here. Nidhogg sensed both the loss of his consort and the coming of the eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, and hope that he might delay any action against the Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Galleon. Let us make haste for Gridania, and rendezvous at the altar. But I neck to tell you, there is a threat of ancient construction here which should make the return journey rather less luxurious. Try not to forget to use it. AKA, don't screw up, because you lose this aetherite, you're gonna have a hard time coming back. I think they did fix it at one point, but yeah, you can actually F yourself up. Got a train going to move. Shadowbringers. La 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 la. I sent word to Elder Caesar upon arriving in Gridania, and I'm pleased to report that she agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the Twelveswood Moogles, it is she. We're expected at the lowest stand. I trust you are familiar with the conjurer station at the entrance. No, I have done it like, oh no, 8 times before, Alpha Node. Yes, I know. God. It's not been that long. Oh, okay, no voice acting, okay. But you're welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of me having meet with you, but 'tis no less a relief to see you safe and health with my own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were sorely to express our gratitude that we come to you this day. Alas, the times of the battle yet dictate our coming and going. Elder Seer, we will beg your wisdom in a matter that might finally bring end to the Dragonstone War. Wong? Speak on, friend. Yeah, we need Moogles. But don't worry, we don't have a Dark Knight. We're good. I see, so speaking means to contact these Moogles in the Turing Mist. Oh, I said Kupo! Greetings, Kupley Cop. To what we owe the pleasure of your company. I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Gunny, and I'm truly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Kupo. I was glad to tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravanya, and I'd hoped that you and your kin in the Twellswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I'm mistaken, Kublio, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwell beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kubo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they said my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah yes, the tale of good King Mogulwog the XII. His revered for holding fast to a miraculous lamp, that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it might well be that Kupio's ancestors hail from the Turing Mist. Given how long his kin had resided in the Twellswood, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history has faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphonse, such stories that contain a measure of truth is like the Moogles of the Turing Mist tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why one you encounter fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing second nature is to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, there is one Moogle, there is bound to be more. Which is why I decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Copleo. You'll accomplish this, then? Just you try to stop me, Kupo. I'll admit, the thought of you venturing outside the Swelzer is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you have me, I will to accompany you on this venture and lending my voice to your cause as ambassador of Gardania. What? My lady, are you quite certain? How often has our nation turned to the signs of the seventh dawn in its hour of need? How often have we asked the warrior like to risk his life to save our own? Many, many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus, I do choose this day to offer my aid to our allies for the good health of the realm. Well, she makes a point. So, is this not just? Well, yes. A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Caesar. We will be honored by your presence. Seriously, all our guards are like fanboying here. Is the best! Yeah. Sorry, Merwolf was my waifu of Limsa. Piss off. Pray return. Oh, God. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Caesar guide to the journey back to Solmall. It being a path I already trod, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seaseer's personal guard to escort us. What the Koopa? What the Koopa? Koopa, 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 Koopa. Muggle. Lahi? I can't believe it's only 7:42 right now. Well met, Warrior Light. No, has not stirred, but he watches us unblinkingly. The Elder Seaseer herself answered her call. There might be not to, but wait. There they are here, Egalian. Greetings, my friends. I'm happy to report our journey was mercifully uneventful. Devoid as the road was of Dravanians, to seem the dragons have abandoned some all for the spring mists. Elder Seaseer, may I present you Sir Stinian, Ishgar's Azir Dragoon. It is an honor to meet you, Sir Stinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Friends, I feel only right to inform you that we're not alone. The Mughals are all around us as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. And would now be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there's so many of them, Kupo. Okay, Sana, my companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring the offering of light and wind. Ooh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Moogle clan. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I'm Kubla Kopp, ambassador of the 12 Muggles. The Moogle from the world below? Your height is so different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I mean, a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well I can imagine your weariness. I am told that men had not walked here in 9,000 winters. May I be forgiven for their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm however, that we might negotiate an end of the war twixt man and dragon. And the end of war, you say? I trust you. Okay, Isana. The light of the peace shine brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said about your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because we were the first. They were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that, but we hide because we smell dragon blood. These guys are home of many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hessa, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice to say, we're worried that the presence of your blood-splattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction into our happy home. Hey, you don't smell. Now, just a moment, Chieftain. Galleon here might have doled out the odd fish thrashing or two, but has always been a really good reason. He's a champion of the Twellswood Muggles, and I have not heard his good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there is little room to trust betwixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? Excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interest of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend the hospitality of Mogholm. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance and it'll be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. So, this is the third beast tribe in Heavenward. And they're the crafter ones. Which there's just a lot of shenanigans between them all. Another thing you noticed. Gee. Looks like a paladin. Oh yeah, I think I should say something. Forgive me, Galleon, but my head won't be in vain, as I fear the hugs reach. Okay. I thought she'd say something funny. He's actually in charge of the Moogle quest line. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll see. Well, that's one of the Moogle guards. You'll understand why later. Tell me, in the world down below, do all your kind look so different from one another? It's just terribly disconcerting. What was it Kupla call you again? Galleon? Your name is as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken? Moglin is taken. By the way, Kupo. As are Moghan, Mogmug, Mogwin. These are the names of the three wise Moogles who will administer spontaneous challenges that I had devised measure of worth. I call them the trials of the worthiness. Undertake these trials and we shall see whether or not you're worthy of our aid. Kupo. Yes, I'm Moghan, the foremost alchemist of Malcolm, if you would know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings are droopy, I'll have a potion to fix that. Or if I didn't keep running out of the ingredients. Lucky you heard to do my chore. Or a trial, yes, go forth, my adventure, and might pluck 3 springs of cloud's breath for me. You find blooming near the entrance of Elliot's home. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself too struck by the pretty flowers, Kupo. This is where the stupidity happens. You're like, oh, we're playing this, are we? Little bastards. I don't ever have an arrow like that, but okay. That's kind of disconcerting. Hey, maybe I can make some floating chairs out of these damn things. Actually, serious. I wonder what's the... Huh. Okay. They're really different. So, Cloud's Breath, a normal crafting item, you're able to make these floating chairs, which I have. Where the hell is it? There. And so, how you crafted. Of course, I look like a freaking evil scientist, like, yes. Well, dominations at my BS. So, yeah. I hated this part of the Moogle storyline arc around here. Because they made you do stupid errands. Do you have any trouble finding Callsworth? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Oh yes, these were perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, sir? If you ever feel your palm on loosen its bounce, then I'm your Moogle, Kupo. So exceedingly fluffy. Seriously. Yes, you had the pleasure of speaking with Mug. I know. I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature ever laid your eyes upon, Kupo. Isn't it being this adorable? I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Dravanians throwing themselves at me. Why? They look as if they might just gobble me right up. That's what their point is. In any case, fleeing their overbearing relation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is to find these ardent artisaurs and slap on some manner in them, Kupo. Perhaps a first smack on the stout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Kupo. Smack my dinosaur! That's a duty? Okay, well. Must be doing a treasure chest. Here, I'll heal you with my mighty 900. Oh wow, I did 1400 hit points. That's awesome. What level are you? Yeah. He thought he was doing a treasure chest or he's doing a battlecraft, but battlecraft is kind of Heavenward. You're able to humble my Devarian devotees? Wonderful! You're as capable as I am captivating, Kupo. Still, my precious perfections has not excused those louds from pursuing me so mercilessly. Their tongues rolling and bodies rumbling. The Devarians in their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. So if I didn't have flying, this is more of a pain in the ass, really. Mogwin's the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there is none in Mogwin who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know why you come. Chief and Mogwin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness, but as I trust no one to create that art that has satisfied me, I instead try to retrieving the masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, granting to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts in an open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a petal of paint in such a vibrant color and on a mystical punch cannot be escaped the notice of a Moogle in Mogholm. Mogwin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo? Oh, you mean that paint smear mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently, in fact, of which my eyes are profoundly grateful. So, this is a reference to Final Fantasy VI, because I think Mog did able to do the copy Rem's type ability in a way, at some point. Master Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece? Kupo? Oh, happy day! If I'm the swifter and finding it, I would soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo notes just lying about spending on such luxuries? AKA his artwork sucks. I don't know much about this stone, but I do know Mugwin's been creeping out the back way to some all summer time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Oh yes, now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. The second part of your trial commences. Go adventure and retrieve my masterpiece before some art star of admirer swipes up the stone for himself. Oh my god. Moogle masterpiece. An ordinary rock I washed from an exponentiary color. What the color represents, however, you cannot discern from any angle. Moogles. Enough said. Do you have it, Kupo? Is my masterpiece safe? Yes, this is my work. If it's not exquisite, I call it the Comptations of Zenith. Thank you, sir. At least I can exchange my aura for those delectable Kupo notes. Chief and Muggle, a hero of this various deed. You completed the trial's trustworthiness. Return to the Boglin. And wait his judgment. Yeah, is that you insist on calling yourself? You have completed the trials of trustworthiness administrated the taskmaster Mohan, Mogbog, and Mogwin. Tony is grueling test of character. I closely observe your conduct as well as your companions. And I decided, Kupo, gather your friends before me now, so I need not to report myself needlessly. Oh my god, I gotta look there a lot. Are these trials over then? My task has been a little bit of a household chores. For hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like a pack of chugabos, I shall demand a compensation and Kupo knows out of principle, but I hope I will not come to that. Let's hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? Okay, the Moogles are lazy. End result. How goes your trials, Warrior Light? I have myself been sent to a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did not the chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the dragons? Such contradictions aside, our host seemingly entranced by the height of my leave. They compare me to Mog, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of Eld who also favors such attacks. Yeah, like I said, Final Fantasy VI reference. So this man is a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a Kurkle lambs, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here, Swift and Guy. I like this place. Staying here in Mogham, my thoughts turning to him as the legend of King Moogle Log 12. May his deeds will be in valor, and see it in the heavens. Like most, I thought it was no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew up with the telling, but with every passing moment I became more certain that we discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager I am to hear what the chieftain has to say. We've become such friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance much as I do. Chieftain Mogulin has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better fly over and see him then. What story is this? That my heart should stir at mere fluffiness. Galleon, no matter. What was it? Chieftain Mogulin has made his decision? Well, let's not keep him waiting then. There's a thing for Moogles. Never have I seen such determined workers, Kubo. It would have taken us moons to complete all these dreary chores and niggling errands. Again, they're lazy. It was like, what? And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before my meeting with Hussar could take place, certain preparations needed to be made, and what better way to help you pass the time than having you perform all these tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kobo. Oh dear, the thorns! Bring out the horn! Quickly now! We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treated with care and deserved of late. I think I had 7 hours. So we needed some time for our cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the harm a good tube. We are in debt, Chieftain. Thanks for your noble gift. We shall finally have a chance to plead our case to the Hesser. Very possibly, yes, but I won't get my hopes too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I'm quite certain the Hesser will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive at this lair, come. We have squandered enough time already. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality, though we will soon take our leave. I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new sprout friendship, twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider my home as your home amongst the clouds. Thanks, suckers. I'm making friends. Thanks for your help, Kupo. I doubt I ever found time for all these rotten chores. Hey, well, it wasn't my idea. It was the chieftain that had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chiefening. Things haven't gotten so messy in the first place. And he was one of those sat on the horn for the war. Now we all the errands are done and the horn is fixed. So all is well that ends well, eh, Kupo? Well, I expected you guys to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, everyone is looking for you. I'll be waiting outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. Kupo. To the best of my knowledge, we have what we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Caesar will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It will be a risk of us, I think, and not to convey our gratitude to the Emperor going to our separate ways, shall we? I don't want to talk to the Gorgs. I never imagined my duties would include tying up fallen leaves in a Moogle village beyond the clouds. They had the Elder Caesar scrubbing and sweeping. The Elder Caesar! I can't wait to tell my Kins Moogles and the Twellswood all about this place. They'll be beside themselves with envy, Kupo. Yeah, you're like your uphill Mesian Moogle. Because you also share your memories. I miss Mobius. Alphina Galleon, I do humbly thank you for you have been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Moogles would have never been revealed to us. 'Tis we should be great thankful, Elder Caesar. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, we would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And it was your presence, Kublai Kop, that ultimately won us their trust. It was It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood, and we're exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends, and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back home. And it's to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Can we have some voice acting? Because, oh my god. Safe journey, Elder Cease here. We too must be on our way. Heavenward waits. Ace Vlogger awaits. I always keep freaking mispronouncing his name. Dang yeah, it's kinda hard to fucking talk. Warrior Light, pray 10 closely to your companion Sir Stadium. Beneath that stonical facade, a storm of anguish proceeds unseen. If you're saying goodbyes and dab away your tears, Kupo, then we're indeed ready to go. Chieftain Muggle and I already explained, the shiny instrument you gave you is the best means of grabbing Husfather's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Al-Sah. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. Ah. Man, it's only 8:19. It feels a lot later because, you know, the time change. Things are a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we arrive in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what was the dragons wonder what has the dragons so awfully snapping. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. We might have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Husfather invariably abandons his lofty bird and heads to the lands below the hunt. If you try blowing the horn now, I doubt you'll hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. And we'll get some moment times. This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is good as any. It may have a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help clear our minds and readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe our campfire is in order. Leave the gather of fuel to me. I'll acquire a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Carthrus. Clear our minds? But 'tis the Master Alpha whose mind needs clearing. The thought of me a great worm of the flesh has befooled the boy. Do you see him stroll away as the ruins are not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Galleon. See that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. I say I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphinaud returns with the will, we shall see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looks like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. Please voice acting right now. My voice is starting to get a little Too much Kupo nuts. Few things compare to a simple pleasure to sit beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Ha! So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came to the kindling and flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently, then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to Yesil with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary, and alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted in the stadium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of my own shortcoming, that hubris invited me manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. All of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what is there to be fight for, never questioning that which I had been taught to believe. 'Tis only upon me, a vulgar, that I learned the truth in our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance that the truth has driven me to terrible things, I cannot deny, but I would rather sit in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous of perpetrating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it's the importance and difficulty of holding one's convictions in the face of failure. I strive always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You're well on your way, Master Alphinaud. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear, with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny the man and dragon once live in peace? But all that such an age existed, we're all in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history would exonerate him. I may be ignorant how the Dragon Soul War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for certain that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish the Great Worm. If Yashgar's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, wars or no. ST, you gave your word. My word is a contagion upon the success of our parlay. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Heavenward of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not, but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, when's willing, we shall have our answers in the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. Campfire was so cozy that I must fall asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Heavenward back to the skies above Zenith. I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with the two of that shining horn. I'll be headed back now, if that's the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It's nice knowing you. Woo! I think this will be the ending of part 1, hopefully. Exposition dump time! That's like a Moogle's ass. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude? Hey, here's Fogger.
Gracevelga.
Look at his face. Notice something's off on him? Though speak as the name of a creature that had awaited the release of living, leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Gracevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth.
Yeah, there's a problem.
The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
foolish girl. Think as though my beloved spirit has descended from the heavens? That the secrets of our heart are dying to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool. The light, but illuminate the passive for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit that has summoned belongs not to Shiva, but to a shade conjured by thy own fancy. In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempt to resurrect a king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they call forth nearly borrowed the semblance of my former brood brother, aka Bahamut. Such gods are not summoned, but created, phantom spawn from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me
was but the dream of Shiva. Thy soul has been corrupted by a deed of thy own making, child.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of that kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death. I thought you wouldn't speak to me of peace. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth, and tell me thus to service forgiveness. He knows we can use the echo.
Teto
1,200 years ago, wow, it's been that long, my beloved Shiva sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragons, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. 2 centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elzen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of the great worm are the wellspring of its strength. Twas out of the selfish desire to possess the strength that King Thordan then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his ill knights, the most noble Elzen lured my brood sister Rasmara into an ambush and took from where what he craved. So mind you, Hraesvelgr and his 6 other siblings, along with Midgar Salmar. So right now we have Hraesvelgr, Bahamut, Tiamat, which we will see soon, Nidhogg, and Vajra, and then we have this one that died. So we're still missing one more dragon we haven't seen yet. Depending when I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene does linger of my brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by her elves and allies. They have torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all. From their bloody banquet, the fiends have gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. There's Nidhogg. Nidhogg was the first to learn the atrocity and he took it to the skies, hungry for vengeance. Though he slew Thorin and some of his few knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, setting him fleeing from the field. Such is the truth the Holy City would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragonsong War. 'Tis a song of my kind shall ever forget. Then should 10,000 years pass and Ishtar crumbled into dust.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Those chooses to believe it is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts my every waking moment is no less than the truth of my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth to Thorin's people to suffer for his sin until the end of days. That which thou imagines a war extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Has he not seen those who retire of the torment, those who abandon their own side with Dragonkind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all traitors finally bear a transgress essence. By a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then, the seed lies within us.
'Tis for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus are transformed to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or defecation, my brood brother shall account for all those betrayers' children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like thee, Dragoon. But struggle as you might, thy youthful vigor was bent ere on the reaches 210, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thy offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou have the right of it, Dragonslayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. 'Tis a simple matter thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seems distant to thee. For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, the history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that they gush from Scar's wounds. How could he not be driven mad? 'Tis only by the common embrace of Shiva's soul that my own fury has not consumed me. But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I will be alone. So, dragons, they live for such a long time. They could, take a nap, and it'll be 100 years pass by, and they still remember everything that was, yesterday. So that's why Nidhogg fucking hates everybody. He's like, you killed my sister yesterday. Dude, that was 1,000 years ago. You killed my sister yesterday. It's 1,000 years ago. You killed my sister. It's like, yeah, that's how bad they're bad as elephants. They'll remember you punched in the face. They'll remember you forever. Hausberger was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words is undeniable. That is representing my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. But 'tis a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto me, the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children, and far from initiating this humiliation. The hidden truths that we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing would deter Nidhogg from his course. And that's it! New Game Plus Part 1's over in Heavenward. So, that's it for this episode. So, yeah, I'm gonna take a small break and do other things. So, see you in the next episode.